There we go. So our first match is going to be Thermite and the Demon versus Onlil and Gagzer. So let's see if they're here. I doubt they're here, but I do have substitutes. So like I mentioned, guys, it's going to be a little hectic at first. And I can tell right away not all the teams are here yet. First match, Onlil, Gagzer versus, I believe that was Thermite and the Demon. Oh, that's going to be hard for me. So let's see here. We already got Mr. Chaos who's already entered. There's Thermite on that side. There's the Demon on that side. So Mr. Chaos, Thermite, Onlil. That's Onlil. Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, Onlil. So it's just, who is his partner? These are the two free agent teams. And I like to put them up first. So that I can get them out of the way. These are the ones that make me the most nervous. Here, I'll post the bracket for you, buddy. 1 second. There's the bracket for you so you guys can see it. And I don't think Gagzer's here. He's one of the guys that I fought. Is that him? Nope, that's reinforcements. So Mimos, Demonoid, or Sizik, if you guys want to enter and take the spot of Gagzer, you can. You just enter into the red team. So Mimos, Demonoid, or Sizik, the first one to jump in can take his spot because I don't think he's coming. I did find him inside the World v World, I believe, and he was a little weird, but it's okay. So Sizik, Mimos, or Demonoid, you can enter onto the red team if you guys are there. I'm not sure if you're there. But I will whisper you if, yeah, there he is. Nope, no Nuntis. You cannot enter there yet, sir. Demonoid. Okay, perfect. So Demonoid's going to be, so if you look at the brackets, guys, Gagzer is no longer there. He's going to be replaced by Demonoid. So here we go. Let me just take a quick look. Ooh, the match has already started. He's got Sage Amulet, or Dead Shot. Ooh, what is he running, actually? Chrono. Okay, that's good. I don't mind that. Demonoid over here, he's a very strong player as well. He's running Tactics Core Warrior. We're seeing this a lot everywhere, the big major changes that they've made to Tactics. And over here, Thermite, he's running with Mender Amulet. He's running with a hybrid Firebrand, I believe that, or hybrid Core Guard. Interesting. He's got Marauder with Runa the Fighter. Ooh, and we're seeing a lot of that as well, especially from the Rangers. They made a lot of good changes to Rangers. They're focusing on Mr. Chaos already, but it's going to be difficult for him. He's able to pour it up and down very easily and kite very well. The Demon's in a little bit of trouble. Thermite's going to try to have to peel for him, or at least, and the Demon's making it very difficult for Thermite. He's got to stay close to his Firebrand. Demonoid's getting really low. He's getting hard focused, but he's in Rampage. He's got 25% damage reduction in Rampage. Mr. Chaos, and they're doing a really good job. So far, this is a really good pairing, especially considering they're both free agent teams. They don't know each other, and they've never played together. Sorry guys, I'm still getting whispers from certain people because they can't enter the arena. So I've already made the Mike's waiting room list so you guys can enter there as well. Demonoid's trying to pop on the Demon. This is going to be really interesting. They're hard focusing on the Demon. He might be going down on this one. Oh, really good. He's able to use his evade frame. He gets a big whirly impact onto Miss Chaos. That was beautiful. Demonoid's got to get back, or at least try to get the down. Third Miss Chaos is in the back. He's trying to hard pressure on the Demonoid, and Demonoid ends up going down. Really good job from Thermite and the Demon. Very, very impressive. Hold on, guys. I'm just... And as I mentioned, the first little rounds are going to be a little bit hectic. So I got to be, you're going to see me typing a lot at first because people are trying to enter and they can't enter and they don't know why. So there's a backup server that I've already created. If you look over here, Mike's Tourney waiting room. So if you have not able to enter into the room, just enter into this Mike's Tourney waiting room. This way I'll know if you're there or not. So let's take a quick look at Thermite. I didn't get a good look at it. Scepter Shield with Sword and Focus. He's running Zeal, Honor, and Valor. And we're going to look at the Demon over here. He's running Wilderness, Beast Mastery, and Soul Beast. He's also running with a Sword, Warhorn, and Great Sword. He's got Rune of the Fighter with Marauder Amulet. And as I mentioned, guys, I did make a Discord, so if you want to see what the Discord is, this is just for 1v1s. I just made it today because I have a lot of people asking me, what's the Discord, what's the Discord? So it's going to be, just do !Discord and you'll see the Discord. I'd like you to join it, so whenever I do a tournament, I'll post it in there, and you guys will know when they're happening, and when they're happening, you can share builds, share videos, do whatever you like. You're more than welcome to join it. I had a lot of people asking about it, so I was able to make one today, and I have a couple mods in there. We're just going to be adjusting it and building it as we go together as a community. So this one's going to be a little more dangerous here. The Demon is already staying up. They've decided to separate. Thermite's going hard onto Demonoid. Demonoid's got to be very, very, very careful here. He was getting hard focused on the other one, but they actually turned onto Mystic Chaos when they had the advantage. He tries to get the Worldly Impact and the Big Maul into Demonoid, which he does get some damage onto him. He's kiting away a little bit. Good job use of that Chaos Storm over there. He tries to get another Maul. Great dodge coming out from him. They're trying to hard focus onto Demonoid. No, Mr. Chaos. He tries to get the Continuum, not the Continuum Split, but I believe that is called the Gravity Well. That's exactly what it is. Oh, Mr. Chaos ends up going down. Demonoid can't do much. He's in Rampage, though, going for the res. He might be able to get it, but they're hard cleaving onto the body, especially with the Ranger there. He's not much he's going to be able to do. Sorry guys, I'm still whispering over here on this side. Mr. Chaos is down. Demonoid is trying to survive. He's getting really, really, really low here. Oh, this is going to be dangerous for him. He's actually getting the self-res. Oh my god, he almost got the self-res and Demonoid didn't notice. Demonoid should be going down to try to get that res. He got so close to getting up. That would have been super clutch. Demonoid's getting low though. There's just too much cleave onto the body coming out from the Ranger. And oh wow, I was going to be super impressed if he was here. Okay, Chromo, while Demonoid is taking this spot, we do have other free agent teams that are going to be coming up, so I'm sure there's going to be one or two that are not going to be there, so I can definitely still use the subs. And this is exactly why I like to get a couple subs before the tournament starts, because we already had one of the free agent guys not show up, so we were able to quickly replace him with Demonoid and not waste your time or my time. So thank you so much for that, Demonoid. I really appreciate it. It looks like the Demon and Thermite are going to be taking this one. Really good job. And this is what I mean when I pair people. I kind of know most of these people, so when I pair them together, they make usually pretty decent teams. So that's the Thermite and the Demon that move forward, guys. Our next up is going to be Deuce and Cloud versus Sorrow and Hot Boy. This is our next match coming up. I'm just going to let them know. Deuce, Cloud versus Sorrow. Oops. Hot Boy. Please enter. And as we get farther into the tournament, the server will clear up a bit so we can get more people in there. And we usually get some spectators and people like that. But once again, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I do these tournaments every day. I'm just trying to bring the community together and try to bring a lot more people into this game. It's very, very fun. The dynamics of the game are very crucial. I think this is the best MMO that we have out there today, just because of the map mechanics, or not the map mechanics, but the way PvP is done. It's got such a good flow to it, and just the fact that most games don't even have dodge. Very, very astonishing to me. Oh, I think Deuce and, let me just whisper them really quick. I think they're in the waiting room server. I know they're here for sure. They're just practicing in the other room. And the server is probably full, so we got over here, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 23, 24. So we're probably going to have one person that has to exit just to make room for them. There's Sorrow already. Let me see if he has his partner here. The server might be full at the moment. Yeah, so if you guys aren't in the tournament, I'll ask you to leave. Just for now, you can still look through the Twitch channel. There's Rylians. Okay, so let's take a quick look. We're just waiting for Soro's duo partner. These two are two teams that have come together and they made it. No, I'm going to game end on this. So let's take a quick look. He's got Great Sword with Axe and Shield. He's running with Runa the Fighter with Demolisher. Actually, Deuce ended up winning our 1v1 tournament yesterday with this build. So very, very, very strong. He's got Strength, Tactics, and Discipline. And these are the new traits that they've changed. Cure Condition ourselves and also Break Stun. Actually, no, I don't think this one. Removing a damaging condition. Yeah, right there. I'm going to let them know to enter, and like I said, guys, this is actually going a lot better already for our first round, considering we have 15 teams and the server's really, really full. Where's your partner, Soro? Maybe he can't enter the arena. I'll also ask if you guys, I'm going to post the brackets for you in the Twitch channel so you can see it as well. And I'll ask you if your match is later on in the tournament, I'll ask you just to hop out of the server for now to make space for other people because we do need one of Soro's guys to enter. There, I think that might be him. Yeah, Hot Boy. Perfect. So let's take a quick look at Rylands over here. He's running with Beast Mastery, Marksmanship, and Wilderness. He's running with Great Sword, and Warhorn. He's got Rune of the Hullbrack with Demolisher Amulet. Let's take a quick look at Soro on this side as well so you guys can get a rough idea of what he's running. Rune of the Scholar with Marauder Amulet. He's got Rifle with Sword and Pistol. He's got over here Trickery, Deadly Arts, and Deadeye. Let's take a look at Hot Boy. You better not be running. No Condi Mirage. Perfect. I like to see that. He's got sword with sword with pistol. Oh, it's because the sword takes the hand of the pistol on the other side. Dueling Chaos and Mirage. Just making sure it wasn't Condi, guys. He's trying to keep the heavy pressure onto Char Miracle. Good job keeping right on top of him. Char Miracle seems like the main focus of their damage, but I don't think that's the wisest choice, especially considering the warrior has so much sustain. But at the same time, Rylians is very, very kitey. He already goes into Rampage. Looks like red team is poking on Luna. The Condi Mirage is probably the better choice for them. If they can catch Soro off, like a quick burn and turn. So they go for Luna really quick, and then as soon as Luna's pressured and Soro tries to peel, they turn for Soro and try to burn him down. He's probably the squishier target. Luna does have a lot of evade, does have a lot of port. You can see the jaunt over here on the blink on this side, and his evade frames. He's got a lot of sustain, but once he's out of it, he's pretty much a soft target. Now they've actually turned on to Soro, who's kiting really, really well. He's gone into stealth. Rylians is trying to keep a good eye on him, and that's exactly what they've managed to do. They focus hard onto Luna, and then once the pressure goes onto him, and Soro's got to try to peel, he puts himself a little bit out of position, and then Char Miracle and Rylians were able to capitalize on that. That was a really, really impressive play, and that's exactly what you've got to try to do here. So it looks like Cloud and Rylians take game one. This is a best of 3 series, guys. The rules for this is the class you start with is the class you finish with. But let's say, for instance, Char Miracle, he's Core Warrior. He can go Spellbreaker or he can go Berserker. You can change whatever you want in your build, but you have to stick with that class. And as well, there is no class stacking, so you can't have 2 of the same class on your team. Those are the only major rules, and no Condi Mirage. I banned Condi Mirage. I might lift that ban in my next one, but from what I hear from all the people that I like to get information for, especially when I make these rules, they highly suggested that I don't. I'm going to watch Soro for this one just to see how well he does and how patient he is. So Trickery, because Luna does have a lot of sustain, so he can be a little more patient. Because he's a Deadeye and he goes into stealth quite frequently, he kind of leaves Luna to the lions there. He's fully going to be focused while Soro's in stealth. Obviously, they can't even see him, so that's who's going to be their main target. He's got to be really clever and very tricky. Maybe even try to kite them onto a spot where Soro can sit high up on the tier, and then kite them to the spot where he can take easy pot shots without taking too much damage. Yeah, I want to keep it banned. Yeah, same here. Yeah, Condi Mirage is banned, Chrono, and I'm definitely going to keep it banned, I think. It's unfortunate. There's a couple really good players that do play the class and want to play, and it kind of feels bad that I have to keep them out of there because they only play Condi Mirage. But at the same time, you know, you gotta learn a different class. Already they're focusing hard. Char Miracle goes into Rampage really quickly. Now Soro's trying to take some big shots onto Oof, but he's got to be really careful for Rylians. He does big, big, big damage. He almost got him in that maul. And as I mentioned, Luna's got to try to bait them into an area where Soro can take the easy pot shots and try to stay in a safe location, kind of like up in a tier. Ooh, Rylians is taking heavy pressure. He might be going down from this. Yeah, he does go down. Good job by Soro, capitalizing on that, seeing him at 20% and going really hard onto him. And there's not much that Deuce can do, Char Miracle can do. He tried to cleave around the body, but there's no way he's going to get the res, especially from that heavy pressure from Soro. Really good job. Now they're just taking the shots onto Deuce. He's doing a really good job of mitigating. There is a map mechanic. So after 2 minutes, guys, there is 0 healing. I'll just back up a bit so you can see exactly what I mean. And after 2 minutes, you're going to see that there's going to be an AoE in this area that is stationary, and then there's an AoE from the outside that slowly encroaches onto the rest of the map, consuming the entire surface and forcing the enemies to go down, and it hurts really bad. It does about 5 to 6k ticks per second when you're standing in it. So that's actually really, really nice. This is our second game in our 2v2. We have 15 teams in this tournament, and this is our second game in our first round, and it's already going into a game 3, and that's really good sign of shades of what's going to be coming, guys. And I'm also really new at shoutcasting. I've only been doing this for about a month and a half, but I practice every single day, and I just try to make it a little more entertaining for you guys. I hope it is a little more entertaining for you. So here we go into game 3. I'm going to watch Rylians for this one. He was the one who was actually focused down a little bit. Let's see if he made any changes to his build. Ooh, he might have. I don't know if marksmanship was there. No, he doesn't have the longbow. Okay. Oh, yeah, that has changed. He went with Knight's Amulet for a little more toughness. He was the main target on that one. As I mentioned, Deuce has a lot of sustain, especially on this Tactics Warrior. So he's got to be more careful. Rylands is obviously going to be, are these matches single elim? Nope, Data Freak. These are best of 3 series. The only one that's extra long is going to be the finals, which is going to be a best of 5. And we have 300 gold that we're giving out for this match. 50% to first, 30% to second, and 20% to third. As well, for the Twitch viewers, I'm doing a little skin giveaway at the end of the tournament. It's just my way of saying thank you for coming and watching. So Riley's trying to get the heavy cleave onto, no, I don't know if it was going after Soro or Luna on that one, but they were both tightly close together. So the extra damage was going to hit both of them, especially with that big maul. Once again, Rylands is getting hard focus. He's in big trouble. Soro's all over him. It's going to be really hard for him to create that distance because Soro can easily pour to him. It looks like he might drop. Deuce has got to be ready for the res. He actually gets to cleave down onto Luna, but Luna does have the port. Deuce goes for the stomp. He's not going to be able to get this. He's just trying to cleave around the area to keep Soro off him, but Soro's going for the heavy cleave. Oh, good job by Soro on that one. Deuce was a little left, a little flat-footed. He was stuck between a rock and a hard place. Was he supposed to go for the cleave, go for the res? I'm not entirely sure, because if he went for the res, Soro would have had easy pot shots on him. But at the same time, Rylians could have just started cleaving onto the Mesmer, while Char Miracle kept him up. There's a lot of options, but hindsight's 50-50, so you'll never know, really. Really good job. Deuce is trying to stay alive. He does have Luna very low. There's no more sustain coming out of him, and Soro and Hot Boy end up taking that one. Really, really impressive performance coming out from both teams. And that was a game 3. Second match in the tournament, and we already got a game 3. The next one is actually going to be another 2 duo teams, so none of these are free agents, but this is going to be a really, really good one, guys. I'm super excited for this. Oh, I'll post the brackets for you guys as well so you can follow along with me. It's going to be Lycar and, who was that? Lycar and Luxlayer versus Control Freak and Bow User. Lycar, Luxlayer versus Control Bow User. They should be in here. Yeah, there's Neighbor Naru. There's Lycar. Control should be here. They usually enter all of my tournaments. Yeah, there they are. Perfect. Ah, interesting. Control Freak is probably not going core. Oh, there's no class stacking. Uh-oh. Let me let them know, and they might change their... I'm going to see if they're going to switch up. He's probably going to come back on a different tune. I don't doubt it. Control Freak is a really, really, really strong opponent. And while we're waiting for him to come back, let's take a quick look at Neighbor Naru. He's running he's running stage. Interesting, going for a Condi Firebrand. He's running over here Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. Sometimes they go with Zeal as well for that hybrid. He's got Axe Shield with Sword and Focus. He's running Rune of the Traveler with Sage Amulet. Let's take a quick look at Lycar over here. He's running Rune of the Resistance with Demolisher, and he's also got the rifle. Your classic tools hollow, but Lycar likes to go with enhanced capacity storage instead of vent exhaust. This is something that he just prefers, and he does very, very well. He's one of the stronger hollows that we'll see out there. Take a quick look at Bow User. He's running Valor, Honor, and Firebrand. He's running with the pure sustain build here. He's running Sword with Shield, and he's got the Staff, Rune of the Flock with Mender. Let's take a quick look at Control Freak, who thankfully changed over to Hollowsmith. Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. Thank you so much for that, Control Freak. I really appreciate it, by the way. Now, these two teams are very strong, so I'm curious to see who's going to win and how far it's going to go. Is it going to go into a game 3? They're both really good at adjusting, and not only do your builds have to adjust, but your playstyle. Really nice pull coming out of Lycar on that one. I mean, Neighbor Naru, they're really hard focusing on Lycara. And as I mentioned, Bow User is the main support for Control Freak. Control Freak trying to peel out. He does have his Elixir S. Is he going to pop it? He's being a little more patient. He's relying on Bow User to heal him up. And he did do a good job. Now he's got to be careful. He's going to be the main focus. Bow User is not going to be able to peel for him. He does have a lot of Aegis that he can pop onto him. Let's take a quick look at Bow User's. He's gone through 2 of his tombs already. He's got 1 of his mantras left. They're heavy cleaving onto Control Freak. Neighbor Naru's getting a little low here, but Bow User ends up going down. Really good job coming out from the blue team, knocking down Bow User and Control Freak. And as I mentioned, guys, it's not only your build. There is no restrictions to your build. You can change any build, any part of your build. But the only thing is you have to stay on the class that you've come in. So if Control Freak is Hollow, he has to stay Hollow. Bow User is Guardian. He is not Hollow, but Bow User is Guardian, so he has to stay Guardian. But he can go Core, he can go Firebrand, he can go Dragon Hunter, and same with Control Freak. He can go Hollow, he can go Scrapper, he can go Core. So there's no restrictions to the team that you're going to be using. So here we go into game 2, and like I said, it's not only your build that you have to change, but your tactics. And Bow User and Control Freak have won or gotten very close to winning a 2v2 of mine. They got into 2nd place. They're very strong and very intelligent competitors. Let's see if Bow User made any major changes. I don't believe he's had. Let me take a look at win trading over here. I don't think Control Freak has made any major changes either. Maybe a little more sustained, because with Lycar and Neighbor Naru is not going on a hybrid. He's going for full Condi over here. He doesn't have much in the way of sustain. He does have a lot of mantras, so maybe it is hybrid, guys. Like I said, I'm a little new to shoutcasting and checking out all these different builds, so I'm not entirely sure. Neighbor Naru trying to control the upper ground. They're in stealth here. They're going for Neighbor Naru. Hard focusing him on. The Bow User has got the projectile hate over there, which really helps. Able to get some extra cleave. Win trading's in a little bit of trouble. Lycar has separated himself from Neighbor Naru. Photon Wall is up from Control Freak, mitigating a lot of that damage. They're not able to get any heavy pressure down onto Lycar, which they managed doing. Bow Users trying to keep him up. Lycar and Neighbor Naru are getting really low. They got to stay and stick onto Neighbor Naru. He's trying to get away. Photon Blitz is up. Ooh, this is getting really close. And this is probably one of the downsides of having the support Firebrand. He's not able to get that extra cleave on top of him. Nice port by Neighbor Naru. That was a beautiful kite. Going down and then using his sword too to come right back up to mitigate a lot of that damage. But the hard pressure coming out from the red team is still maintaining it. Oof, win trading does go down. Let's take a quick look at Lycar or Bow User. He doesn't have any signet. He's not going to be able to get this res. And it's Lycar and Neighbor Naru that are going to be taking this one. Really, 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 really good. Really good job, guys. And that beautiful port from Neighbor Naru, that really saved his life on that one. Our next match coming up, guys, is going to be Noir and Dr. Cook versus Crisis and Valor. That's a little unfortunate for Control Freak, because they were under the impression that they could class stack, but I don't allow class stacking in 2v2s most of the time. So next up is Noir, Dr. Cook. And this is a versus Crisis and Valor. Crisis and Valor are So Crisis and Valor, these two duo queue quite a lot together. Oh, Chromo, I might need you as a substitute. Dr. Cook, I'm not sure if he's here, but I'm going to give him a minute or two to enter. Hold on, guys. Let me take a quick look over here. Okay, perfect. So we still have that there. I'm going to give him a minute or two to enter. If he doesn't show up, we're going to use either Mimos or Sizik to come in. So Mimos or Sizik, if you'd like to enter into the server, I'm going to be using you quite soon. I'm going to give Dr. Cook a minute. Sorry, guys, I was just whispering over there. So if Mimos or Sizik, if you want to enter into red team, I don't think Dr. Cook is coming. So Mimos or Sizik, you may enter into the red team if you see. There we go. Who is this? Let me just make sure. So it's Mimos. So Mimos is going to be replacing Dr. Cook. So if you look at the brackets, guys, Dr. Cook is no longer there. It's Mimos. Yeah, it's a vape. It's not, but so let's take a quick look at Noire over here. He's running Sword, Staff. This is your typical Revenant build: Invocation, Devastation, and Herald. He's running with Resistance and Marauder. Let's take a quick look at Mimos over here. He's running with Sword, Warhorn, Axe. Interesting. Rune of Resistance with Demolisher. He's running Wilderness, Nature Magic, and Soul Beast. Sweet. Thank you so much for that, noobs. Sweet, sweet. I got another substitute. Here comes Meatwad on this side. He's running Strength, Defense, and Spellbreaker. These two are they duo quite often together, and they can burn and turn on someone very, very quickly. And Meatwad, just as his name signifies, usually goes in first to take most of the damage, and then you got Crisis that ports into the main target. It looks like they're focusing on the Ranger, which is probably a better target for Crisis to focus on. Hard stacks onto Maria, and already down goes the Ranger. Really good job by Meatwad and Crisis, and he's already into Rampage, trying to finish off Noire. Noire trying to kite away. This doesn't look good for them at the moment, but they are a free agent team. I wasn't able to pair them with another free agent team. He's trying to get the res, actually, but he wasn't able to completely finish that res or get the res. Crisis and Matt Meatwad are very, very dangerous duo Q. They target very well, and they play a lot together, so their synergy is very high. Tayu's in a little bit of trouble. He drops the AoE down to try to mitigate some damage and keep them away from him. Nice Whirling Wind coming out from Meatwad, and Crisis gets the big stomp over here, guys. Really good job coming out from both opponents over here. And as I mentioned, Noire was going to have a partner, but his partner ended up backing out, and I had to give him a substitute. It's a little unfortunate for him. So here we go into game 2, Meatwad versus Crisis. I'll post the brackets for you guys one more time in the Twitch chat so you can follow along with me. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, running at 11.6. And Rune of the Fighter on top of it. It's your regular core build, but he does run with the hammer. Not many core guards do run with hammer, but he does run with it. He's been running it with it for a while, so he's very used to it. It has a good synergy to it once you get used to it. So here we go into game 2. Oh, and guys, I've just made a Discord for the 1v1s. So if you take a look below, you'll see the website for the 1v1 league, 2v2 league, and you'll also see the link to the Discord, or you can do !Discord. I highly suggest you join it. I just made it today, so you'll be able to know when things come up. Now they've separated, going into a 1v1, opting for a 1v1, but they have actually switched right back over to the Ranger. That was a really good job by Crisis. He does have the ports, so what he was trying to do there is separate the two, and then once Meatwad had him pinned down, he would port right on top of the Maria Phoenix Soul, and they'd be able to create that 2v1 while the Taiyu was away. But Taiyu is a Revenant, so he does have a port of his own. Crisis is in a little bit of trouble here. He does have his renewed focus. Heavy cleave onto Maria. Now they're just trying to keep the down. Oof, Meatwad is getting really low. Now Noir can still... Oh, he gets the big stomp and getting the stomp res for Meatwad. Oof, and Naware goes down. Very unfortunate. But they are a free agent team, and they haven't been paired together before, so that was really nice showing coming from them. But that's Crisis and Valor that move forward into the second round. Next up is going to be actually Louis PTM versus Noobs and Reinforcement. Let me just make sure Noobs is there. Sergeant Gemini ended up backing out. So now we have Louis PTM. Let me just make sure I know who they are here. Louis PTM and Chrome versus Sergeant Gemini versus Noobs and Reinforcement. And these are the last free agent teams that I have in here. The rest after this are all going to be full teams. It's Broccolisa. Oh, I thought you were... Ooh. Oh, it's Ace Luck. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry guys. What is this? Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. They probably discussed it with themselves and they set it up. So let's take a quick look at Broccolisa over here. He's running with Rune of the Adventure with Carry On Amulet. He's got Sword Dagger with a Short Bow. He's running with that Condi Thief. He's really good at it, actually. He was in the 2v2 if you guys want to take a look at that. Daredevil, Trickery, and Deadly Arts. Take a look at You the Compassion over here. This is Louis PTM, I believe. Yep. Tactics Warrior. We're starting to see a lot of these Tactics Core Warriors. They're very, 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 very strong. He's running Discipline. I'm just waiting for them to ready up while we take a look at this. He's got Great Sword, Axe, and Warhorde. Running with Rune of the Soldier and Mender Amulet. Take a look at Glyphs. He's another guy I found in World v World, so his build is probably going to be interesting. Yeah, he's running on a Scrapper, I believe. Yeah, Scrapper with Viper Amulet, Elemental, Rune of the Elementalist. And that's what I find really interesting when you pick up guys from PvE land or World v World land. They always come in with some interesting build. He's actually running with the Condi Scrapper, which is what I really, really like. And he's got AED, he's got Shredder Gyro. I'm very curious to see how this turns out. He's running with Firearms, Inventions, and Scrapper. Here we go, starting our first match, and this is the last. Actually, I don't think. Well, Broccolisa and Chrome were free agents, and they do know each other. They're part of the same guild, and they ended up pairing together in this one. So they're kind of free agent, kind of not free agent. They're probably in comms as well. But this is going to be the last match that we have as free agents. So after this, it should be pretty nice. Oh, Dark Opium and the Nutist are the last free agent team. So hard focus, they're already trying to separate each other. Glyphs and you have to be a little careful here. I'm curious to see what's coming out of Glyphs here. He's already in stealth. He has used his, what is this, Purge Gyro, and he's got Flamethrower as well to keep up the extra Condi. They've got to be very careful for you, and he's got to be able to peel for you. For Glyphs, he's got to be able to peel for you. He's doing a pretty good job of mitigating most of that Condi. The burn stacks are on top of him. He's got to be really careful. He's also got the Torment. Broccolisa is getting hard pressured now. USA Tex is trying to keep the pressure onto him as well. Looks like they're focusing on Glyphs now. They're burning and turning onto him. Broccolisa is getting really, really low. Glyphs has got a lot of sustain, and so does You the Comparison. So the compassion. So maybe they'll have the advantage on this. There's just a lot of sustain. He doesn't have too much in the way of Condi cleanse. He does have the purge gyro, but in PvP, it's not that strong. In World v World, you can use. Ooh, they end up getting Broccolisa down. Really good job over here. The Condi Scrapper and the Tactics Warrior seem to be taking this one. USA Tax has got a lot of mitigation and he's got a lot of kite ability. So he's the last one standing, and maybe that's an adjustment they can make for their next round. Oh, he's got 5 gold. I did mix up the teams, but I think what happened is because Broccolicia and USA Tex wanted to be together, so I think they spoke to Louis PTM and reinforcement and end up switching the teams around. So good kudos on them. For me, it would be a big pain in my ass to do all that while I'm trying to shoutcast and whisper all these dudes. Now USA Tex is just hanging on with everything he can. He does use his gravity well to try to mitigate, and this is an opportunity that he can't have. This is the map mechanic if you guys have never seen it. So if you see right away, there's that AoE in the middle, and there's the AoE on the outside that starts to encroach onto the entire surface. USA Tex has been down, and that's why I like the map mechanic. It does give you the opportunity to come back. I've seen it at least 2 or 3 times in a 2v2 tournament where there's only 1 guy left on the team, and there's 2 on the others, and he actually managed to get the win. Now we're going into game 2. I don't know if Broccolisa is going to change anything. Maybe USA Tex should go a little more damagey and not be so sustaining. As you can see, he was at full health when Broccolisa went down. He does have a lot of damage mitigators, so maybe he can go with a little more damage so he can kind of peel for Broccolisa or put the pressure onto you and Glyphs. But they're both quite tanky. He doesn't have any expertise. He doesn't have any vitality or toughness, so he's quite squishy if they're able to get him. He doesn't even have bulwark gyro, so I think the good target would be to go for Glyphs. They don't necessarily know what he's running, but I think they automatically still need me around for sub Chromo. If you have something to do, don't sweat it. But if you want to stick around and be a sub, I would greatly appreciate that. But I think there's only one more free agent team coming up, and the rest are all pretty much full teams. But the free agent team is 2 guys that usually participate in a lot of my tournaments frequently, so I'm not too worried about them showing up or not showing up. So here we go. He already goes into the big stealth. Glyphs is trying to focus him already. He's got the flamethrower up. I'm very curious to see. USA Tex is trying to focus on Glyphs. And now maybe when they poke him a little bit, they'll be able to see that he's squishy. And maybe they'll start hard focusing him. There you go. He got him in the... I keep forgetting what that was. USA Tex getting the big damage as the gravity well. And that's exactly what I mentioned. Oh, he actually gets the res. Is he running with banner? He is running with banner. He gets a huge banner down onto Glyphs to get him back up. But now they know that Glyphs is very, very soft, and they're going to be focusing. As you can see, Glyphs and USA Tex and Broccolisa are both trying to keep the hard pressure onto Glyphs as much as they can. At the same time, Broccolisa's got to be careful for that warrior. He can really chunk the damage out of him. USA Tex is in big trouble. He's got some Condis, but not too much. Glyphs has got the... he's got to use the purge or at least get his AEV off. He doesn't get either. Broccolisa's really low though. If you can get the down, he's trying to focus on him. Really good port by Broccolisa going up to the top point, just trying to mitigate most of the damage from you. And you doesn't have any sort of range. So once he's able to port up there, Broccolisa's down. He's going for the 100 blades. If he gets this down, he's able to res him. No. Glyphs ends up getting downed, and Broccolisa gets up from the cleave res. Really good job, but as I mentioned, this is far from over. There's about 25 seconds left in the map mechanic. U is fully topped up, and there's a lot of Condi coming out of the Thief. And as a tactics warrior, he doesn't have much left in clearing, but as a tactics warrior, they're very, very, very strong against Condi as they can heal off all of that. But he has a long time before that shake it off, and it's not even going to come before the map mechanic procs, but there's 5 minutes left. He can still do this. I've seen a warrior 2v1 before easily. Oh, this is going to be dangerous. He's got full health. The map mechanic has come up. Condi and Broccoli. Oh, he's got to watch out for the AoE. Oof, he does manage to mitigate that. Broccolis is coming down for the big Condi. He does have his Fear Me if he so chooses it. His Condi clear is coming up, but it doesn't heal him. He can't get any heal from that because there's no healing after the map mechanic. And down he goes. Broccolisa and Chrome actually end up taking this one. Good job by them. Let me just update here, guys. I'm going to give it to them. So if you see Sergeant Gemini and Reinforcement, that's actually Sergeant Gemini and Chrome. I'll post the brackets for you guys one more time in the Twitch stream so you can see it and follow along with me and see who's already participated and who's coming up. Our next match is going to be Stomp and Prime versus Kondeg and Skyita. Let me just write that. Stomp Prime versus... Oh, is that game one? Oh, sorry guys, that was only game one. Oh, maybe that was game... Oh no, it's going into a game 3. I believe they won the first one and now... Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm an idiot. Sorry about that. I'm just going to start prepping the other guys. Kondeg and Skyita. I don't think he made too many changes. He's still going with full sustain. It's more Broccolisa has got to be really careful. It looks like they're going to be focusing on Glyphs right away. That Condi Scrapper. He's got no form of toughness or anything of the sort. You can see he's already taking huge damage. He's in big trouble here, and I believe, though, that Yu still has that banner. They've got to be able to CC him as he goes for that banner. Glyphs is able to re-sustain entirely. Really good job, and I believe they didn't notice the elixir, the AED. He doesn't have it anymore. It's coming off proc in about 10 seconds. He's still at full health, so he should have his AED by the time that comes. And Glyphs goes down. Let's watch it go, see if he goes for that banner. Beautiful stun by Yu over there. They're trying to get the heart cleave. And that's exactly what they needed to do. He got him in the, I keep forgetting the name of that. The gravity well. That was a beautiful job by USA Tex. He saw that the Glyph was going down and he went down and he knew from the previous match that Yu does have banner, the res banner. So he was able to drop that gravity well right on top of him, stunning him and keeping the cleave on top of Glyph. That was very well executed and good good attention to detail, noticing that that banner came down and potentially he was going to be using it again when Glyph went down. And that's one of the difficult parts about focusing on two Glyphs instead of Yu. He always has that res potential. When you res someone, it can change the momentum. Broccolisa is getting really low here. He's got to be careful. He can't stand toe-to-toe with the warrior. He's got to be very careful. Yeah, sorry, Data Freak, I didn't realize. This is game 3, I believe. Yeah, this should be game 3. And that's the Yu, the Compassion, and Glyphs that get eliminated. And that's going to be Broccolisa. So next up, we have Stomp and Prime versus Kondeg and Skyita. So there's Stomp, there's Caitlyn, there's Skyita. Now it's just Kondeg. I'm not sure if Kondeg is here. I will use the, not Lawler, where are you noobs? I'm going to give him a minute or two to enter. Let's see if Noobs is here. I'm sure he's here. Let me go find him. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to give this guy another minute or two to enter to see if he's interested, if he's there. But if he's not, I'm going to go for one of my my substitutes. As well, Chromo, if you're here, you can enter. I don't know if you're there, Chromo, or if you've left. We're giving this guy one more minute. Where are you, Noobs? There you are. And if you're there, Chromo, you can enter into the arena. I'm talking to Noobs. He might be in a match, so I'm not sure if he's able. Well, I guess I'll take this time to solicit you guys. If you like this type of stuff, guys, I do it every single day. So 1v1, 2v2, is that, who was that? Caitlin Fowler. That's, so Noobs is coming and he is ready, so we're just going to give him a minute to enter. He's changing his build and getting ready. There he is. I am meta. Oh, no class stacking. I will allow class stacking for this. It's unfortunate. And they are, he is coming in as a sub, so he didn't know. Let's see if he can change over to something else, or let's see if Miss Lady Hawk can change. I'm going to let them discuss it with each other. But as I mentioned, guys, if you like this type of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. I do these events every single day. Check out my highlights videos. You'll see them there. It's 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that. Soulless Soldier, thank you, thank you, thank you. When you guys click follow or subscribe, it's like patting me on the back, letting me know I'm doing a good job. These are a little difficult to organize. They are discussing it right now, so Noobs is switching over. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that. Smash, smash. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. It really encourages me to keep going. These are difficult to organize, but with the help of the community, you guys coming to support me and watching and participating is really cool. So thank you so much for that. Those follows, guys. That was Smash Smash and Soulless Soldier. Thank you so much for that, guys. I really do appreciate that. Hey, thank you so much for that, Thermite. He said, hey, you rock for putting these events on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Hey, you guys are super nice. Thank you so much, that Donkey Roo. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that, guys. You guys are the fucking best. So he's actually switched over to, this better not be Mirage. Nope. He's a core Mesmer, and I don't mind that. Let's take a quick look at Miss Lady Hawk. He's got Radiance and Valor and Virtues. He's running over here Hammer with, Sword and Focus. He's running exactly what Crisis was running, so it's an interesting build. I think he was maybe one or two slight changes. Looks like Miss Lady Hawk is getting hard focused. He's got the line of warning, ring of warding up to try to mitigate some damage. Oof, big damage coming out from Miss Nesbit. And, ooh, that was a really good job. He was able to drop that line of warning. He's going for the res. He does actually end up getting the res. And they're cleaned down Miss Lady Hawk. He gets the stomp. What a turn of events. Really, really, really good job. And I know I know you will, Crisis. You will make Hammer a thing. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll post the brackets for you over there. That was a really good turn of events. A lot of action right there, action-packed. And I'll post the brackets for you guys so you can see who's already gone and who's going to be coming up. We have 15 teams in this 2v2 today. Really, really, really good turnout. They just end up getting bigger and bigger and bigger as I continue to do these. So here you go, guys. That's for you to watch. Caitlin's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, wow. What a turn of events. I can't believe I missed that. I was posting the brackets for you. Mesmerelda is able to clutch this right here. Caitlin, oof, big Moa, but he goes into stealth. Unfortunately, he attacks to get himself out of stealth, leaving him very, very vulnerable. That was an interesting... Yeah, that was an interesting turn of events. I apologize for that, guys. We ended up missing it. I was posting the brackets for you. We ended up missing that. Whew, that was incredible. Really, really, really good showing. Really good trolling. And Mesmerelda, Noobs for Lunch, is a beast. He usually plays a very, very funky burn core warrior or core guard. I enjoy watching it. But he wasn't able to use it today because there's no class stacking. Soul Beast did die. Oof, that was really rough. So here we go into game 2, guys. Let's see how the red team adjusts to this. I'm going to check out their builds. I'm going to let them know it's best of 3 too. They don't seem to be entering. Yeah, there's Caitlin Fowler. One of them is a free agent team. That's Mesmeralda and Ladyhawk. And then Caitlin Fowler and Miss Nedbit are a group team. Let's take a quick look at Nedbit over here. He's running full support, I believe. No, he looks like a little bit of hybrid. He's running with Sword Focus, with Shield and Axe. He's got Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. This is kind of like the new hybrid that they've been toying around with. We've got Marksmanship, Beast Mastery, and Soul Beast. He's got Great Sword with Longbow, and he's got Rune of the Scholar with Marauder. We've already seen Mesmeralda, I believe. Yeah, Rune of the Undead with Sage, Pistol with Scepter, and Scepter with Torch. He's running Illusions, Inspiration, and Dueling. So here we go into game 2. That was pretty action-packed. I didn't even get to see the down onto Mrs. or Caitlin Fowler. That was very unfortunate. Or Mrs. Nedbit. It's curious to see who they're going to be focusing for this one. Mesmeralda going in to take most of the main damage and the most... Oh! Big, huge worldly impact, but Mesmeralda is able to get the big cleave onto Mrs. Nedbit. He's got to be careful. Oof, he end up going down. He's going for the res once more. Is he going to be able to get it? I don't think the cleave is just too strong, and Mesmeralda is able to get the stomp. Looks like Miss Nedbit goes down. Ooh, Lord. Very, very action-packed. And that was Kondig and Skyita that end up going forward. But Kondig is actually replaced by Noobs for Lunch. So this is our last match in the first round, guys. It's going to be Jake and Seacod versus Dark Opium and Nanuntis. I'm just letting them know who's going to be participating. So Dark Opium and Nanuntis versus Seacod and Jake. There's the Nanuntis already. And there's Dark Opium. I don't see Seacod. And I don't see, and like I said, Seacod and Jake are one of the teams. Let me go whisper them to see if they're there. Yeah, Condi Mirage is to play Conditions Mirage. No Condition Mirage. He was a core Mesmer, so that's why I allowed it. There's Dark Opium. This is Mimos. I'm just going to look for Jake. I don't think he's coming. I'm whispering him right now to see if he's there, and if he's not there, I'm going to give the bye to Dark Opium and Nanuntis. Nope, you're on the wrong team. I don't believe they're going to be showing up. So I'm just going to give the bye to VK Hazard and Nanuntis. I'm going to give him one more minute. Just going to look in here to see if I can find them. No. So I'm going to give both of them the bye. Oh, who's this Logan Smasher? Nope, sorry Mimos, we're not going to be doing this match. We're going to be allowing them the bye. Hazard, Nanuntis gets bye. Now we're going to be moving into the quarterfinals, guys. So we're going to give that to Dark Opium and Nanuntis. So the next match is going to be Naru and Mark versus the Demon and Thermite. Hold on, guys. It gets a little hectic doing this. Just play double, shatter, mesmer, all in, or all or nothing. I might still need you, Mimos, but we are getting into the second round. So I'm sure that everybody that's been through the first round is still here. I know Thermite and the Demon are both still here. Maybe the Demon isn't, but I doubt it. And also keep in mind, guys, at the end of this stream, I'm going to be giving away a little skin for you guys. A weapon skin. There he is. So let's take a quick look at Naru's build over here. This is the hybrid firebrand that I was talking about. He plays it really well. Axe shield with the sword and focus. This is a really strong build nowadays. Mender with Rune of the Traveler. He's got Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. And Mark does play a very strong Revenant, Invocation, Devastation, and Herald. Sword, Staff. He's got Rune of Leadership with Marauder. Let's take a quick look at Thermite over here. He did a good job. He's going to have to be very careful with the Revenant. He's got to be able to bait him out of a lot of his mitigation, like his Staff 3, Staff 5, and be able to watch out for that Glint heal. They really got to bait that Glint heal. So he's running with Scepter, Shield. Pretty similar build. Yeah, it's pretty similar build to what Naru is running over here. But he actually goes for Gain Might when you just as pacific, and Naru's gone with deal increased damage to burning foes. And Honor. Yeah, still with Honor and Valor. Look very similar. He has a couple changes, as I mentioned over here as well. Naru's gone for Stalwart Speed, Unrelenting Criticism, and Stoic Demeanor. While Thermite has gone for Monk's Focus. He's going a little more healy here. Stalwart. Why does it show him as not a firebrand in a core? Oh, because I'm an idiot. He's not on firebrand. Sorry about that, guys. Sigil might differ. Yep. Yeah, I do have them still paired because I can't change the teams when it goes through, but I mark them down. So if you see it, Sergeant Gemini is actually with Chrome. He's not with Reinforcement. I can't change the brackets after I've already posted and started the tournament. I'm going to try to do something after, just so when I do my point check for the tournament, because I have started my season, my Guild Wars 2 1v1 season and 2v2 season, still in beta. I use the challengebracket.com to mark your stats, if you've won, if you've lost, and things of that nature. Oh, he got cucked with the port over there. He was trying to get him, but he was actually ported underneath the ramp, so mitigating a lot of his big opening damage. Good exchange coming out from both of them. Thermite's getting the one who's being really focused over here. The Demon's got to try to peel for him. He tries to go for the Worldly Impact. Again, getting cucked by that little ramp over there. Good use of terrain. Thermite's trying to peel out. He does have his Renewed Focus, which he's probably going to use very soon. He does pop the Renewed Focus. Nice pull coming out from Thermite over there on that one. Naru's actually peeling out. I think he's in a little bit of trouble over here. He's used all his mantras. He still has all his tunes to his full avail if he does need them. Naru's getting really AT Demon's trying to keep up on him. He's almost got him down, but Thermite has gone down already. A little too late, but that was a really, really good match, all things considered. I say pegged, not cucked. Sigil, yeah, he is core, so is Boon King. I was looking at it like an idiot. That was a really, really, really good exchange coming out from both of them, especially considering that the core guard doesn't have too much in sustain. He has that little bit of burst that he's able to put out, but after that, he can't sustain too much after that. That was a really good match. Also, one of my emotes is going to be really good. I'm just waiting for them to pending. They're pending right now, my emotes. But I say really good all the time. So I figured might as well meme and make it one of my emotes. So Margaritos and Naru are going again against Thermite and Demon. Let's see if he's made any changes. The Scepter Shield is a very interesting. With the Sword Focus is another interesting thing. They're trying to beat up Margaritos in there, and this is just a little glitch that happens. I'm gonna let them know ready up when ready. You know, I'm just gonna game start here. So here we go. Oops. Slobber knocker, baby. Yeah, this is going to be a good old-fashioned slobber knocker. A barn burner, baby. Here we go. This is game 2 of our first match in our quarterfinals. Oof, nice mitigation over there. Margaritos tried to come in for the big damage here. He was able to get the big knockdown on him. The Demon's in a little bit of pressure. He's got to be able to peel. They're focusing on Naru for this one, that's for sure. He can't leave him out there by himself. AT Demon's getting really, the Demon's getting really low. Thermite Plastic as well. He tries for the big great sword. He uses one wolf pack, or strength of the pack, excuse me. Evades right out of Naru, but he's not able to mitigate most of the damage. He was just a little too low, and they end up taking it. Sorry guys, I'm just going through a little bit of whispers over here. So that's Naru and Mark that ended up taking that one. Next up, we have Sorrow and Hot Boy versus Luxlayer and Lycar. This is going to be a good match. So here, Luna Dono of Dreams. That is Hot Boy, I believe. Let me just take a quick look. And I don't believe he was running Condi Mirage. Nope, no Condi Mirage over here, so good. Was that game 1 or game 2? Okay, neighbor Naru. I thought it was Naru, but it's not, guys. And once again, thank you so much for joining me, guys. I put these events on every day. I'm just trying to build up the PvP community and drag a couple more people into this, just to try to bring up that skill cap. I do tournaments every single day, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. I also do fashion wars as well. I try to do everything throughout the week just to break up the monotony a bit. So if you like this type of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. So here we go into our first game, Sorrow and Luna versus neighbor Naru and Lycar. Hard focus onto Naru over here. Tries to get him in the pool, but doesn't manage. Sorrow just standing back. He does have the photon wall to mitigate a lot of that damage. And Sorrow's got to be really careful. He's the one who's more susceptible to the damage. Oof, they actually turn onto Luna. Luna's trying to kite away. He's really close. He gets him with the rifle shots. He's using that LOS very beautifully to mitigate, but he's not able to keep up. Lycar is able to trail him and take him down. Now they're just going to get the stomp. There's not much that Sorrow can do. This is going to be GG, I believe, especially when they're able to catch up to him. And once they catch him, it's going to be over for him, I believe. Sorrow's just hiding in the base. There's not much he can do. Ooh, big pull. He's just trying to create that distance. He's going to try to get it all the way down to the map mechanics so they can't heal. And that's the only option that he really does have. He can win it, but he's got to be super, super, super clutch with this. It's going to be really difficult for him. Oh my god, Lycar's almost down. Really close, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the cleave. Really big knockdown coming out for him. He gets him in the prime light beam and getting Sorrow. Really nice attempt either way, guys. So here we go into game 2. Lycar and neighbor Naru versus Sorrow and Luna. Hey, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. Adrenaline Addict. Thank you so much for that, man. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Every time you click that follow or subscribe, it really encourages me just to keep going and pushing harder. I do these events every single day take a look at my highlights video. You'll see them every day I do one. I've also created a website for the Guild Wars 2 season, 1v1, 2v2, and also I've created a Discord. If you type ! Discord, you'll be linked to the Discord, and I highly encourage you guys to join it. I just made it today. I've had a bunch of people ask me, is there a Discord? Is there a Discord for these 1v1s, 2v2s, and all that? And I was saying no, and then I eventually said, you know what, let's just make a Discord. I'll get a bunch of people in there. This way they'll be able to get updated wherever they are about when I'm doing my tournaments. And you'll see my schedule below. I'd start every day, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and then on the weekends it's at 6 p.m. So let me take a quick look. I don't think Luna made any major changes. I don't think Sorrow made any changes. And this is going to be difficult. Like I said, Sorrow kind of leaves Luna left to her own devices. Big Prime Light Beam coming out. He's not able to land it on anything. Sorrow's got to be careful, but he's also got to be able to peel for Luna if he doesn't keep up the heavy pressure. That's his only way of peeling. He's just getting those big damage spikes onto his opponent. But they're doing a really good job of mitigating. Sorrow's got to be careful. Every time he engages, he puts himself in big danger, especially if he goes into melee range. He does have his heal, which he does pop. Oof, they've actually turned focus onto Sorrow. He's able to get out. Oh boy, it's going to be really tough. He's literally sitting at 700 health. One little even breathes on him and he's down. And that's Lycar and Neighbor Naru that end up taking this one. Really good job from Neighbor Naru and Luxlayer. Or Luxlayer and Lycar, excuse me. Next, we're going into our next match, which is Crisis and Valor versus Sergeant Gemini and Chrome. I'm just writing it up for them, guys, so they know what's happening. Versus Crisis and Valor. This is going to be a good match, actually. I'm very excited to see this one. Hey, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate it. Hey, Butter Peanut! Really strong PvP player. I don't know if you guys, do you stream Butter Peanut? If you do, I'd really like to see it, man. You're very good PvP player. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. I do these every single day, guys. So if you like this stuff and you want to see when I'm live, click that follow or click that subscribe. Nice. Crisis had to restart his computer, but he actually made it. Really good job. And thank you so much, Hot Boy and Sorrow, for joining. Sorrow does participate in a lot of my tourneys. Very good Deadeye. So now we have Crisis and Valor versus Sergeant Gemini and Chrome. Let me just write it out to them one more time. Nice. If you want Butter Peanut, post your Twitch, or if any of you do Twitch, I like to support every single Guild Wars 2 Twitch streamer. So if you want, post your Twitch inside the Twitch chat. I'll actually copy it and I'll actually go and give you guys a follow. Especially you, Butter Peanut. Yeah, I really want to watch you. So let's take a quick look at Crisis. He does run with that Hammer Guardian. He's got Sword and Shield. He's running with Runa the Fighter and Demolisher. It's Radiance and Valor and Virtues. Let's take a quick look at Meatwad. He runs that core, Spellbreaker. You know, I stream. Okay, Chroma, put it in there. Post your stream, buddy. Strength, Defense, and Spellbreaker. He's got Dagger and Shield with Greatsword. Leadership with Demolisher. Let's take a quick look at USA Tex. He's running that really bunky Chrono. Inspiration, Chaos, and Chronomancer. Yay! I'm going to go click on that right now. Hold on. Butter Peanut. Open link in a new tab. Oh, I'm already following you, Butter Peanut. I knew it. Sweet. So if you guys do have a stream, post it up there. This is going to be tough. Like I said, you're betting on Broco and Tex? Maybe. But Crisis and Meatwad have been in a lot of my 2v2s. They do duo together quite often. USA Text and Sergeant Gemini are in the comms together, and they are in the same guild, and they do unranked and ranked together as well. So the synergy might be there. Chrono or USA Text going in hard because he has more sustain. And here comes Broccoli with a little bit of that Condi. He's not running with too much. He's not running with tactics. And it is a Connie Mirage. He gets stuck in that line of ring of warding. Really good job. They're able to get that ring of warding down, keep him in there, and put some heavy pressure. Crisis is getting really low, though. A lot of Connie on top of him. The 6 stacks of poison. He ends up using his renewed focus, and all of his tunes or his justices, his virtues have been already procced. But USA Tex does go down. That was a really good job by Sergeant Gemini and USA Tex. Very, very, very close fight. Whew, that was good. Really, really, really good. They almost got him. Now Crisis is just kind of sitting there. Maybe his computer did crash. He crashed just before. Nope, there he goes. He was probably just waiting a little bit for Broccolisa to get pinned down. And then as soon as Meatwad had him, he poured it right on top of him and put the heavy damage. Really good job on that one. Oh, he's listening for dodges. Oh, smart boy. So here we go into game 2. This is our 3rd match in our quarterfinals, guys. And then we got one more in the quarterfinals. Then we're moving into our semis. We do have a 3rd place match. And then our finals match is going to be a best of 5. We got 300 gold that we're giving out. 50% to 1st place, 30% to 2nd place, and 20% to 3rd place. And as well, we're giving away a little skin at the end of the tournament for all you Twitch viewers. It's just a little way of me giving back to you guys and saying thank you for joining and thank you for trying to help build this community. I really do appreciate it. So here we go again, Crisis and USA Text. I'm going to take a quick look at Broccolisa here. I don't think he's made any major changes. Nope. They had a really good engage. They were very, very close to getting Crisis, but they always got to anticipate that renewed focus and be ready for it. That's a 3-second emo, but it really, really changes the pace of the fight, especially when you're trying to hard cleave him. Then all of a sudden he goes into a 3-second invul and you have no choice but to switch over your target. I'm really curious to see Lycar and Luck versus Naru and Mark. That's going to be a really good match. That's going to be our first match in the semifinals. It's unfortunate. I would have liked them to be down in the bottom bracket, but it's okay. USA Tech trying to get that port, but he actually got cucked by that AoE effect. USA Tech is getting hard pressured on this one. He's in big trouble. He's got to be careful. That freak, oh, USA Tech's getting really hard cleaved down. Broccolisa as well. Nice try, but that was Meatwad and Crisis who take that one. And they're a very, very strong duo. I really enjoy watching these guys. Every time I see them fight, they get better and better. Really impressive performance coming out of them. And now the next match is going to be Noobs and Skyita versus Dark Opium and Anuntis. I believe, yeah, Noobs. Because I replaced Condeg with Noobs, I believe. Let me just check. Yep, perfect. Noobs and Skyita versus Nuntis and Hazard. Ye of little faith. So let's take a look at them. Hey, thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that, Blood Fuser. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. When you click that follow or you click that subscribe, it's like patting me on the back, letting me know I'm doing a good job, and it just encourages me to go harder and stronger. I do these every single day. Take a look at my highlights video. You'll see them. I do 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, and sometimes I'll do at least 1 or 2 fashion wars throughout the week just to break up the monotony of 1v1s, and people can have just a little fun. Bring out your costumes. We have 3 judges. They're really, really, really fun, and like I said, it breaks up the monotony of 1v1s or 2v2s. It's not always blood and gore. Sometimes we like to open up that closet, bring out our fancy shoes. So let me take a quick look at the Nuntis. We weren't able to see them in the last match because they were the only team that got a bye because the other competitors didn't show. We got Staff here with Warhorn and Scepter. He's got Rune of the Sunless and with Rabbit Amulet. He's got Curses, Soul Reaping, and Blood Magic. And now we got another Tactics Core Warrior. We see these a lot nowadays, guys. Tactics, Discipline, and Strength. He's running over here with Greatsword, Axe, and Shield. Leadership, and Demolisher. And I think what I'm going to be doing in my future contests, guys, I'm going to be giving out gold to 1st and 2nd automatically, and then the 3rd place prize money, I'm actually going to give it to a free raffle. So 1st in place get gold, and then everyone else who participated, I enter them into a raffle, do a random spin. So even if you lose 1st round, there's still a potential for you to get some decent gold. And I think this is a good option that Deuce gave me. Hold on, I'll re-explain that once we get over this. BK Hazard. Nanuntis is running his core Necro. He's been playing this for a very long time. He's very proficient at it. He drops his Fear line of warding. He's got to be very careful. He's getting hard focused, but he does have a lot of Shroud left over into him. They're trying to focus onto Mesmerelda, and they got to be careful for Mesmerelda. He's got a lot of damage that he can put out. Good job on Nanuntis using that top tier to get away. This Lady Hawk is in big trouble over here. Let's take a look at their cooldowns. He has just used Renewed Focus, so that he should be their primary target. And there he goes on the rampage, going for right for Miss Lady Hawk. As I mentioned, there's no more Renewed Focus, so he doesn't have anything left. Nanuntis ends up going down, and that's that big damage from Mesmerelda he's got to be careful for. Oof. And now it's leaving VK Hazard all to himself. He still has the potential to win this, but the map mechanic is still very far away. He's got a minute left. And if you've done these tournaments before, you'll know that after the map mechanic has, or the timer has gone, there's no more healing, and there's an AoE effect that starts to encroach on everything. VK Hazard is one of the stronger guys that I see in my 1v1s. He usually always gets to it. Oh, nice Moa coming out from, and Lady Hawk comes right on top of him. He's got 3 stacks of burning. They're not able to keep the pressure. VK Hazard is just clearing it. That was a beautiful Moa. Maybe if he used it a little more, waited a little more and got VK Hazard a little farther down, I think they could have been able to get this. He's got 25 seconds. He's doing a really good job over here. Is he using Mending, or has he got Signet? Yeah, he does have Signet. So it's going to be hard for him to top himself up, and that's what you really want to do. Right around this 15 to 20 second mark, you want to start looking at your cooldowns, making sure you're topped up, and right around here at the 5 second mark is where you want to try to put as much burst down onto your opponent, so when that map mechanic does hit, they're not able to resustain. Now here we go into the map mechanic. There is 0 healing. Miss Lady Hawk might be in a little bit of trouble. VK Hazard taking big damage. He's not able to sustain. He does have block up. This is going to be the end of it for him. He does have that rampage, but it's not going to be too much. He does go into the rampage, does the rock throw, but he has Zealot's defense up, mitigating that rock throw. Really good job by Miss Lady Hawk. I think 3rd place and Raffling participants should get 10% each. 50, I think that's a good idea too. I think that's a good idea, Boon King. Yeah, I will, Toad. I'll show you the core Mez build. This is actually noobs. Here, I'll show it to you once again. This is game 2 that we're going to be moving into. Where are you, noobs? The crowd wants to see your build, noobs. Show us the build! And that's Boon King. That's a really good... It's not worth running. He's right there in the chat for you guys if you want to see that. That's possibly noobs. I don't know where he is. Maybe he DC'd. No, he's right there. I'm going to wait for him to enter. We're going to give him a minute or two. And like you said, Boon King, I think that's a good idea. So 3rd place, because it's pretty hard to get to 3rd place. You got to put in a lot of effort. So I'd like to still give them something, but I think that's a great idea. 10% in I won't be doing it this tournament. I'm probably going to start that maybe next, or my 1v1s. I'm going to test it out in my 1v1s and see how it goes over with them. And then I'm going to bring it over to the 2v2s. I also do 3v3s. I try to hold the 3v3s for the weekend. But that's a really good job. I think I'm going to do 50% to first, 30% to second, and then 10% for third, and then 10% for a raffle for everybody else. So 1st, 2nd, and 3rd get gold. They're taking it out of the raffle. Then everybody left over, it gets entered into the raffle, and then we give them the 10% gold. So this way, it's a way to get gold. So if you go against someone who's really strong and you know who might get into 1st, 2nd, and you don't have too much of a chance, you still be able to get gold. And these are great for practice, guys. These are awesome for practice. And not only is it good for practice, but it's also like a scout training, you know what I mean? If you want to create a team or you're looking for a duo partner, you just run through the 1v1s or run through the 2v2s and you can see who the strong guys are. So here we go. Right away, they're focusing on Miss Lady Hawk, and that's a really good idea. Miss Lady Hawk is probably the easier one to catch. They are putting the heavy pressure. Are they going to force it? They got to force that renewed focus right away. And Nantis has got to be careful. He gets caught in that ring of warding. Nantis is able to get the heat. Miss Lady Hawk is down. They're getting the cleave. Really good job. Mesmerelda tried. Wow, that was a beautiful play by Mesmerelda. He's able to get the Moa and then try to go for the res, but unfortunately it was to no avail. And Nantis has still got to be really careful. He's sitting at really low health. He does have a lot of Shroud, and it's a good job by Nanuntis sitting in Shroud, making sure he can mitigate a lot of that damage. Mesmerelda is possibly going down on this one, and down he goes. That's beautiful. I really like to see this, guys. This is our last game in our quarterfinals, and it's going into a game 3. Those are always really, really exciting. And for all of you that just joined, I'll post the brackets for you so you can see who has already gone and who is going to be coming up. It's the old PU, but PU, but you only get confident on one shatter. It'll take a lot more one shotty now. Rip, as in you get much fewer chances to unload into what you. What did that say? What you unload is pretty garbage. But you play it really well and you do that build justice. So here we go into game 3 in our quarterfinals. This is going to be an exciting match. I'm very, very excited to see this. Noobs always puts up a good performance, and same with, sorry guys, Mesmeralda and Miss Ladyhawk. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at a couple of things. He went Rabid and Rune of the Sunless. I think those are the 2 changes that he's made as well. And you can change anything in your builds, guys. The only restrictions here is no class stacking, and you have to stay the same class. So he can go Core, Necro, he can go Scourge, he can go Reaper, whichever he chooses. They're actually trying to pin down Anuntis. He's got this the Spectral Walk up to try to get as much Shroud as he can. But he's got to be really careful here. Miss Ladyhawk's getting really hard focused. He's got to keep an eye on Mesmeralda. He's got Ring of Warding is back up again. I think he's running with Hammer. And that's VK Hazard just trying to cleave onto him. He has Pop Rampage. Nanuntis is going for the LOS. He's got to be careful. He's getting really low. He's got 6 seconds left on Shroud. His heal is coming up in about 5 seconds. Miss Ladyhawk is down. He's got to be careful. He does have the Shroud. That was a really good move. He was either going to go for the Shroud or go for the heal. He ends up going for the Shroud. He does have some confusion on him. He does get the heal off. Oof, that was really close. Mesmeralda still had a little window of opportunity, but Nanuntis was able to get the big heal and taking down Mesmeralda. Really good job. And thanks so much, noobs, for coming into sub, and all my substitutes who came into sub. I really fucking appreciate that, guys. When you guys sub and you're ready for me, usually when I start my tournaments, I'll have 2 or 3 or 4 subs ready waiting in the win. So if someone doesn't show up, I can quickly get him in without wasting your time. And that's the main thing. I don't want to waste time. I want these to flow really quickly. When I first started doing this, I'm really new to shoutcasting and twitching, guys. I've only started this about a month and a half ago. And when I first started, oh boy, were the tourneys a little rocky at the beginning. But as with time and as people start to recognize me and start to recognize what I do, I think there was a 2-1 series. Now this is going to be, we're starting in our semifinals here. This is going to be one of the better matches that I've seen so far. It's going to be Naru and Marketeer versus, oh, and they're already in and they're already ready to go. So they're already seeing the brackets: Invocation, Devastation, and Herald, Sword, Staff, Leadership, and Marauder. Naru's running that hybrid. Axe and Shield, Sword with Focus. He's running with Rune of the Traveler and Mender. He's got Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. Relaykar over here running your regular tools hollow, but he does like to run with enhanced capacity storage. And Neighbor Naru is running a different type of hybrid. He's got the Honor and Sage Amulet. Really heavy cleave coming onto Neighbor Naru. Margarito and Naru doing a really good job of keeping the pressure up and sustaining. Same with Laikar and Naru, but they got to be careful. Naru and Laikar are able to get some big damage. He gets the Glint Elite down on Neighbor Naru. He's in big trouble. He's burning through a lot of his cleanses and his heals. He's already gone through his 2 tombs now. This is big trouble. Neighbor Naru is really low, but Margaritos is really low as well. And he's able to get a little bit of sustain. Really good job. I think he was able to get him in that stealth. Laikar going back in for the heavy cleave onto Margarito. And Margaritos has got that port, so he's always got to be, he can't get complacent. Even if Margaritos is really far from him, he can easily port right back on top of him. Let me let them know we do have a 3rd place. Oh, and also, guys, like I've mentioned before, I've started a Guild Wars 2 1v1 league. If you look below, you'll see that there. It's the website to it and the Discord for the for tournaments. So if you're interested in taking a look, go ahead, guys. Thank you so much. So we're going into game 2. Let's see if they make any changes to their build. There, that was a really really quick, very impressive. Oh, on Friday or Saturday, I'm doing a 24-hour marathon stream. I'm going to be trying to do 3 events in that marathon, a 1v1, a 2v2, and a Fashion Wars contest. I'm going to cram it all in there, so it's going to be a 24-hour stream on Saturday or Sunday, just to kind of celebrate my, I guess, almost 2 months. I'm kind of like that new boyfriend and girlfriend celebrating every month as an anniversary. So it's going to be a 24-hour stream. Right now, they're getting nuts. If you guys didn't know, this is a no port spot. That area up there, those little blocks, is a no port spot. So that Lycar can use that. Neighbor Naru is, oh, nice big AoE. He actually got that blunderbuss from so far away. Tries to get that Glint Elite. He pops that Elixir S, leaving Neighbor Naru a little bit dangerous. Now he's got to watch for that Glint heal. Let's take a quick look at Margaritos. Yeah, he just did pop that Glint heal, and that's what they got to be careful for. They got to really keep an eye on that Glint heal. Now Margaritos is going to be a little bit dangerous. Again, he gets that Glint Elite. Neighbor Naru's able to break stun out of it. They got to be able to keep that cleave on top of him. Neighbor Naru's able to resustain just a little bit. He tries to get that overcharge. He does. Now they're starting to focus on Naru just a bit, but he's got a lot left in his toolkit. This doesn't look good for Naru. They did a good job of focusing on Neighbor Naru, and probably Naru wanted to focus on him for stealing his name. Margaritos is still a little low. Lycar does still have some mitigation left, but no, he ends up going down. Really good job. 2 months. Oh my god, it's our 2 months. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-month anniversary, baby. So I'm doing a 24-hour stream on Friday or Saturday. You guys are more than welcome to join me. I'm going to try to cram 3 events into that bad boy. So that's Naru and Margaritos that end up moving forward. We do have a 3rd place match, guys. So, and if one of the 3rd place guys doesn't show up, I'm going to automatically give it to the other gentleman. And if none of the 3rd place guys show up, I'll probably do a raffle and give it out to one of the other teams. So now we have Dark Opium and Anuntis. This is our last match in our semifinals. Let me just let them know. Versus Crisis and Valor. So VK is already in. Crisis is coming in. Really good job. And this flowed really well this tournament, guys. I had 15 or 16 teams in this tournament. So automatically that's already, what, 30 players. So it didn't even fit everybody in there. The first round wasn't even that stumbly. Second round, everything flowed really nice. And that's kudos to everybody participating. Thank you guys so much. These are difficult to run, but every single time I do them, and the more I keep doing tournaments, the easier they become to conduct. Everybody kind of understands the rules that I engage in these and how the process functions. So they do really well of just not BMing, not being too trolly, and making sure these flow really well. So kudos to all the participants. Thank you so much, guys. I could not do this without you guys. Like I said, every day I do these, and I always do them no matter what. I always have enough participants. Sometimes I really got to rattle that bush a lot to get those people to come out. But every day I am able to do that. So thank you so much to all the participants. So Crisis again running with that hammer. He's Rune of the Fighter and Demolisher, Zeal, Radiance, Valor, and Virtues. And he's running with that Spellbreaker that he likes to run. I'm going to take a look at VK Hazard. He's running the Tactics Warrior, I believe. Yep. And Anuntis, he's running that Core Necro, Curses, Soul Reaping, and Blood Magic. I think you'll have a little bit of an easier time where we won't get hard focused by my Mesmerelda. Crisis is a little bit of trouble. Big pressure coming out onto Meatwad. He's already gone into Rampage. Crisis has got to get out of there. He does have his Plague Lands if he chooses to use it. He's got to use it. Oh, he's getting really hard stunned right here. Really good job by Meatwad. Just trying to cleave on him. He goes into Reaper Shroud to try to mitigate some damage. None of this is in a big dangerous spot. They're actually trying to focus card. Oh, of course this goes down. The nut just goes down now. It's just going to be a cleave war here. Who's going to be able to get the cleave first? Crisis is getting really low. And they end up getting the cleave res on the Nuntis. Nuntis is still in a dangerous spot. He goes down again. And that's Meatwad, who's very dangerous. It's going to be Warrior versus Warrior. I don't think that VK Hazard's going to be able to get this res. He should just use the body as a potential to put a lot of damage onto VK. He gets the big fear onto him. He's taking some big damage. Meatwad might solo this right here. Really good stun. He's going to try to go for the cleave again. Meatwad's getting really low. And as I mentioned, maybe just use that body as a bait. VK Hazard's getting really low. He's going for the 100 blades. He does manage to get the 100 blades, but Meatwad Nanuntis is not down yet. He does have the vengeance. He can get the self-res. He's trying to res on the Nuntus. Is he going to be able to get the res before he's already rampaged? VK Hazard's got to be careful. And he ends up getting the down. That was really... Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for that, Neighbor Naru. Neighbor Naru is passing on the third place, so whoever loses this is automatically going to get third place, guys. Hey, Cloud, how are you, buddy? So after this match, we're going to be moving right into our finals. Whoever loses this is getting third place, guys. That was a really good job by VK Hazard over there, and a good job by Nanuntis being able to out-sustain Crisis on this one. Let's see if I'm pretty sure Crisis is going to be making a slight adjustments to his build. I'm going to wait for him to enter. I don't think he's going to. Maybe, maybe not. No, they're going in full ham right away, guys. I don't think he went for Wrath of Justice anymore. He just went for Retribution for the extra damage. So here we go. Game 2. Heavy focus right onto Nanuntis. I'm going to keep an eye on Meatwad. He's already going for that rampage. He gets the big rock throw on Nanuntis, who pops into the Death Shroud right away. He's in a dangerous spot right now. VK Hazard's not able to pour it up to him. He's trying to focus onto Crisis. Crisis is doing a really good job of mitigating most of that damage, and immediately Nanuntis goes down. VK Hazard tries to get the res, but there's so much cleaves coming down in the body, he almost died in the process. He ends up popping Rampage just to try to mitigate damage and get some big cleave onto Crisis. But I think this one's going to go down. Really good job either way from both opponents. And in our last match in the semifinals is going into a game 3. I could not ask for anything better. Fuck yes. And VK Hazard and Nanuntis are both free agents. So I paired them together and they're doing pretty good. Gets to stomp on VK Hazard. Now we're in a 1-1 series. Ooh, down, Daniel. This is gonna be good. Can we join these as solo free agent when it's 2v2? Yeah, Butterpeanut, for sure. What I usually do is, as I do these so often, I kind of recognize the players, and when I get that free agent list, I try to put the strong players with the strong players to make a really good matchup. And then when I get the weaker players, when I do my brackets, I try to put the weaker players against the weaker players, so they don't just get steamrolled and they can actually have some fun when they participate. And that's one of the benefits of doing these every day. I get to see all these players and see where their skills are. And one of the cool things is that I've seen a lot of guys from the beginning, and then I see them now, and the difference and the improvement that they've made it's spectacular. I really enjoy seeing that. And they start to practice, and I do these often, so it gives them the motivation to pair up with someone, to practice with someone. And I also do 3v3s. And I'm hoping in time, in a couple months, maybe in 6 or 7 months from now, we'll have a big community, and that skill cap is going to start to just go up and up and up and up and up and up. And I post everywhere, in YouTube, in Twitter, in Twitch, and everywhere. So I'm just trying to bring, and in Reddit too, I try to just bring as much attention to these as possible, just to try to bring in, oh, Nanuntis is getting hard focused already, Rampage already popped on him, and Crisis and Meatwater are not fucking around in this match. Nanuntis is able to kite away a little bit, but Crisis does have those ports, so he ports right on top of him. He's separated from VK a bit. Ooh, Crisis goes down. He can still get this res. He's cleaving down on Nanuntis. Oh, and he gets to cleave res. That was going to be super, super, super clutch. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Butterpeanut, I do every single day. I'll start my stream at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern on the weekdays. And on the weekends, I'll start my stream at 6 p.m. But the times of the tournament does vary. It only varies based on the ATs. I'd like to do it an hour and a half before the AT or an hour and a half after the AT. Because a lot of people like to do the ATs and get their gold. So, and if I do it at the same time, I won't get the same amount of people. Some days I like the tourneys to be really small, or I don't want any of the top dogs inside the tourney, so I'll do it specifically at the time of the AT, so I can give a lot of the new guys a chance to get up to the top place. And as well, I do them every day, so I saturate it so much that you don't always get the top guys entering. They only like to enter for the big prize pools or the big tournaments on Saturday, so me doing it every single day really gives a chance to all the new guys. Perfect. I really like to see you in there, Butter Peanut. You're one of the dominant dudes. So this is going into, sorry guys, I got a little distracted with the talks there. Hey, thank you so much for that follow, Kebab. Every time you guys click that follow or that subscribe, it really encourages me to keep going harder and harder and harder and harder. And the support I've been getting from you guys is fucking amazing. So thank you so much for that follow and everybody who's followed today, man. If you like this stuff, click that follow or click that subscribe, and you'll be able to see when I'm going to be going live. I also have a schedule and a timer down below so you know exactly when I'm going to go. So now it's going to be Crisis, Valor versus Naru, Mark. And this is our finals match. Hazard and Nanuntis have won third place because Luxlayer and Lykar have bowed out. So thank you again, Lykar and Luxlayer, for joining. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I get to see that top tier players. Junior League, Gold Leaguer, Plaid can't join. So here we go, Margaritas versus Crisis. These two have fought before, and I really like, when Naru and these top dogs join, because not only do you get to see top tier play, but you also get to test your grit against these type of guys, because it's not every day you're able to do 1v1s or 2v2s against them. They're usually doing their own thing in ATs or dueling with each other, but this actually gives you the opportunity to fight these type of guys in practice and kind of give you that scale of where you stand in the totem pole. I really appreciate Naru and all those big guys, Anya and Helio, Grimjack, all these guys like to join the tourneys, or they even come in to substitute, so big ups to you guys, and check out their streams. Mango streams, he's really good, and two of my favorites are Naru and Grimjack. They give out a lot of good information, and they start to stream very often, almost every single day. Just don't ask any stupid questions if you don't want a stupid response, guys. So right now they're going heavy onto Crisis Guardian. He's got to be able to bait a lot of that big damage. And I'm not sure if Meatwad has already popped into his Rampage. Yeah, he has, and he's popped into Rampage just to try to mitigate some of that damage and put pressure onto Margaritos. Now they got to be careful on that Glint heal. Let's take a look if he's already used it. The Glint heal's about to come up, and this is where they got to be very attentive. Meatwad can't get too complacent. There's the Glint heal, and he's already putting the damage on top of him. That was very dangerous. And Crisis has already gone down by Naru on the other side. Meatwad's going to try to get the res, but it was unavailable. That was a really good exchange, and I really like those fights where they just burst into each other, and it doesn't last long. It's just like within like 5 or 6 seconds, you see the tide of the match go up and down, up and down. Really good players coming out of both of them. This is a best of 5 series. Hold on, let me let them know. Best of 5. Sorry, guys. And this is for our first place over here. We're giving out 300 gold. And also keep in mind, guys, at the end of this tournament, I'm going to be giving away a small little weapon skin for everybody who's been inside the Twitch chat viewing with me. It's just another way for me to give back to you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out and watching and just supporting us as much as you can. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to do a little giveaway. It's nothing crazy, but it's a little extra something for saying thank you for coming out. Obviously, followers and subscribers get a little extra luck. Subscribers a little more than followers. So here we go into game 2, Crisis and Meatwad versus Margaritos and Naru. And this is where they got to be really careful. The big engage coming out from Mark and Naru, they got to be able to mitigate that at the beginning and be very careful. This is going to be a doozy. Hey, thank you so much, Dada. I really appreciate you guys coming out to watch, man. You have no idea. I really do. I'm really new, a month and a half, and I'm already getting mad support from you guys. He drops the Rang of Warding. Really good job of putting that pressure on. That was a really good job. He's got his Glint heal ready to be used, so they got to be careful. There's the Glint. Now Meatwad's got to back off him. He ends up putting a lot of extra cleave, and he's just going to try to burn right through it. Crisis and Naru are fighting off on the side. It's not Meatwad versus... Oh, Crisis has got to be careful. He's getting hard focused by Naru. He's trying to get away. The Ray of Judgment has come on. Margaritos has ported right on top of him to put the heavy cleave. He's trying to get that Zealot's defense up. He's in big trouble here. He's going to end up going down. The big Glint Elite on top of... now they've turned onto Meatwad, going for both opponents. Crisis is really low. Does he have his renewed focus? He's just popped it, I believe. He's got the Ring of Warding. Naru is all over him. They're not able to get that down. Really good job again. Really good engage. Really quick and just pow. I really like to see those. Meatwad ends up finally going down. Naru and Margarito's taking this one. Sorry guys, I'm just reading a little bit of the chat. And no BM so far at all, guys. Usually I see a little bit of BM in the map chat, but everybody's doing really good. Hey, thank you so much for that. Miss Lady Hawk, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that, guys. Really, really awesome of you. Thank you so much for following. If you like this type of stuff, man, click that follow, click that subscribe. You'll know when I go live. I've also made a Discord channel today. If you type in ! Discord, you'll see the channel. Or if you look a little bit below of my stream video, you'll see the Discord, and you'll also see the website for my Guild Wars 2 1v1 season. It's still in beta, but I've already started to mark down everything, the wins, the losses, the ratio of your wins, losses, and all that. I put stats pages, I put a blog page, I put a page for videos, a page for pictures if you have them. So now this is game 3 going into our finals. It's a best of 5 series. They still do have a chance, and I've seen at least 2 or 3 times in my tournaments where it's gone to a game 5, a 2-0, and then the other team just comes back with like a bat out of hell and then winning the tournament 3-2, just completely skunking them at the last bit. I don't think he's made any major changes to his build. He's still running what he was running before, very similar. He's just got to play it a lot better. He's got to use terrain, maybe stick to the top tier and more towards the edge. And so when Margaritos comes down, he just drops down and then ports back up to try to bait him. And they're both sticking to each other quite close. Tries to get him on the big pull, but he doesn't manage to get that off. He drops the Ring of Warding. He's got to be careful. Drop that heal and get some damage down. Naru is getting really low. He's got the Mage Bane on him. And probably Naru is probably the better target to go for here because they're been getting caught with that glint heal often. He goes up for the quick port, and he doesn't have Meatwad there to support him, so that probably wasn't the greatest. Now they're trying to heavy focus onto Crisis. He's in a bit of trouble, left in the open. He has no sort of LOS. He does get him in the big and the Shackling Wave, the big port, the Glint Elite. Oof. That looks like it might be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's getting tight. He tries to get him in the pool. Meatwad is going to try to solo this. Well, that's a tall order to go for. Alright guys, that's Naru and Margaritos that win this one. Thank you so much. And for all those winners, we got Hazard in 3rd place. So you guys are getting 20% of the pot of 300. We got Crisis and Meatwad in 2nd place getting 30%. And then we got Naru and Margaritos getting 50%. And for all those winners, just give me about 5-10 minutes and I'll be able to send that gold to you. I'm going to be sending the gold to each participant who asked me to sign up their team. So the captain of the team will get the gold and then you split that with your partner. Now, for all my beautiful Twitch viewers, hold on. Hold on. Let me just run to my bank really quick. I'm going to go get that. Well, you guys will be able to vote on which skin you want. I'm just going to run to my bank so you can see that. Once again, we got Mark and Naruto. No, Naruto. Mark and Naru. They get 1st place. We got Crisis and Valor in 2nd. And Anantis and Hazard in the 3rd place. So I'm going to run to my bank. Oops. And let's see which weapon skin. They're not very good weapon skins. Not the best weapon skins. But there's a weapon skin nonetheless. So we have the Beast Slayer Warhorn and we have the Ocean Rifle skin. Which guys do you prefer? Whoever type Ocean skin, or do you guys want to go for the Beast Slayer Warhorn? Let's preview it. So this is our Beast Warhorn. Doesn't look that great, to be honest. Or we can do the Ghostly Infusion. Let's preview this guy. Ooh, I like that one a lot. Okay, we're gonna do it for this one right here. The Endless Rifle Skin Ocean. So you guys have to be logged into the game or be participating in the game so I can actually send it to you. So hold on, let me open up. Nightbot. Once again, guys, I want to really thank you for coming out. If you like this type of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. You'll be able to know when it happens again. Keyword, active users, random number. It's going to be a keyword. So the keyword is going to be 2v2. So everybody write, wait, hold on, not yet. 2v2. So our subscribers are going to get. Hey, thank you so much for that sub Twitch Prime scrub. Luna Danu, thank you so much. So guys, our subscribers are going to get +8 luck. Our regular followers are going to get, oh, yeah. Our subscribers are going to get, hey, what was that? Oh, and you followed me too, Luna Danu. Thank you so much for that. I really fucking appreciate that, guys. So if you want to get that skin, guys, inside of the Twitch chat, you'll have to write 2v2. Write 2v2 if you want to go in for the giveaway for that skin. So if you're interested, yeah, as you can see, Data Freak posted 2v2. So if you want to get eligible for that, hey, thank you so much for that follow, Miaz. I really do appreciate that. You guys are fucking awesome. So if you want to go in for that skin, put 2v2. I'm going to be closing it in about a minute's time. Once again, Naru, I'm going to be sending your gold pretty soon. Just give me a couple minutes, buddy. Thanks again for joining, man. I really fucking appreciate that. So if you guys want to win the skin, it's actually going to be, it's not the greatest skin, but it looks pretty cool. It's the Endless Ocean Rifle skin. Let's preview it. Ooh. Ah. Very nice. Thank you so much for that follow, man. I really do appreciate that. That was Drummel. Thank you, man. Fucking awesome. Thank you so much, guys. These 2v2s are hard to conduct, but as I do them more and more, guys, it just becomes easier and easier. Thank you so much for that follow, Drummel. Whoop, whoop. And Buff, I don't know how to say that. Buffufta. Bafufta, thank you so much for that follow, man. You guys are fucking awesome. So I'm going to be closing it in about 30 seconds, guys. If you want to go in for this raffle, type in 2v2, and I'm going to be giving it away very, 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 very soon. So our subscribers get a little more luck. Our followers get a little more luck as well. Subscribers get 8 times the luck for this skin. I'm going to be trying to do giveaways at the end of all of my tourneys, but I got to be a little careful with the money that I have because it's all supported by the community. I have attempted to be an ArenaNet partner. I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. I hope I'm able to do it. So I'm in about 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Give me that rifle, Zoro says. So in 10 seconds, right? 2v2. Okay, I'm doing the roll, guys. Roll it. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa, Zoro. You actually won, bro. What? So I'm going to pass you off to someone, guys. Let's see who we got over here. We got Aiden, who's just chatting, Harlequin, and Noctwolf. The Last of Us. I'll send you over to Noctwolf. Noctwolf is a really good guy. He's not playing Guild Wars, but he is a really good streamer. He's been streaming for Guild Wars 2 a long time. He just can't stream yet. He's fucked up his mouse a little bit. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I'm doing another event tomorrow. I do it every day from 8 p.m. I start my streams on the weekdays. So thank you, guys. You guys were fucking awesome today. Really, 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 really awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to send you over to Noctwolf. Have a great time and give him a big welcome when you see him, guys. Have a great night.